One of the threads which runs right through this book, through time and through the whole area of this book, is the horse. The horse, wild horses, of course, certainly in Eurasia, some wild horses in Europe. Last wild horses dying out in Mongolia only about 60 years ago, the Przewalski's horses. Now, the horse was domesticated. It was hunted first, particularly in the Pontic-Caspian steppe, the steppe north of the Black Sea, between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. At some stage during this period, probably 4,500, 4,000 BC, someone actually learned to ride the horse. And I think that moment in history when some bright young man jumped on the back of a horse and rode it marked a tremendous change, because once you could ride a horse, you could look after much larger flocks and herds over much greater distances. A man and a horse and a dog could look after hundreds, if not thousands, of animals. So it gave you much greater flexibility. But then the story goes on with the horse being used for traction. It's quite possible the first wheeled vehicles started in this area of the steppe, in the area that we write about. It's certain that the first chariots started. They developed about 2000 BC, just on the southern end of the Ural Mountains, and then chariots spread all over the place. Chariots spread down into China, they spread into Mesopotamia, they spread into Europe from about 2000 BC to about 1300 BC. So the chariot comes out of this area, and it is in this area too, probably in the Altai Mountains, that sort of area of southern Siberia, that people first learned to come together as cavalry and to fight as phalanxes of cavalry. And that again is a tremendous step forward or backwards, depending on how you want to look at it, but a tremendous step change in the history of mankind. Once armies fight on horseback en masse, then we're into another world. And if you think of it, probably starting then about 900, 800 BC in the Altai Mountains, probably the last manifestation of it was in the First World War in France.